Hi, I'm Shelley and welcome to my channel. At the moment I'm working on a really big project to share with you all in the coming days hopefully. But in the meantime I made my granddaughter some fingerless mitts. It's a very easy pattern, and one of them now wants me to make some for her friend, so I thought that would be a nice little filler before I got my project finished. So you're going to chain about, well, you can do between 7 and 9. This is for the ribbing that goes around the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do 9. Okay, and then you're just going to double crochet into the second chain from the hook and into each other chain. Now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go into the back loop of the next stitch and into the back loop of all of the double crochets from the previous row. And then just work a double crochet into the last stitch, chain 1 and turn, and just continue working into the back loop only of each stitch. Now the good thing about this is you can use a tape measure to measure the child's wrist, and you want it to fit so that it's slightly stretched, otherwise they'll fall off. And then that's really all you have to do. There's no counting as such. It's a very straightforward and quick pattern. So into the back loop of all the stitches, and then work a stitch into the, work a double crochet into the chain 1. And then turn and continue working in these rows of back loop double crochet until the length of the rib fits around the wrist of the person you're making it for, or it corresponds with the measurement you've taken. So now we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to pick up stitches along the ribs. So we're going to go into the second part of the first stitch. So let's do that as a treble. And then into the first part of the second stitch. And then into the second part of the stitch. And again into the first part of the next stitch, the next row, and then again into the second part of the next row. So you're basically working one stitch into this bit and then one stitch into the bit in between the bumps, into the bump bit, and then into the bump bit next to the bump bit, and just continue till you reach the end of the row. And for the next and every subsequent row, just chain 3, miss the stitch at the base of the chain, treble into the next chain, next double crochet, sorry, and then just work into each double crochet, ending with a treble crochet into the turning chain, and then just repeat that row until it measures the right height from the wrist of the child to just below their fingers. So now we're going to turn the work inside out. You can tell the wrong side by where the tail of the yarn is. Generally the tail of the yarn will be on the right if it's the wrong side. So we're going to take the yarn that's coming out there and we're just going to sew around the rib part of the mitt. Just go over a couple of times to make sure it doesn't come loose. And then we're going to take the yarn at the top and we're going to sew down to about 1.5 inches or about 3 rows from the bottom. Obviously if you're making this one is for a quite a small little girl, but you know, you can test it on your subject or just allow a bit more if the child is bigger than a small 9-year-old. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, another couple of stitches, and then we're just going to go over a couple of times so that it doesn't unravel. Pull tight. So that's the finished mitt. I'm going to trim these bits off now, but it should look something like this inside out. And just go ahead and make the next one.